Hello, everyone. Welcome to Anfield Road TV, the post-match reaction against Brighton. It's going to be a feisty one. It's going to be a deep dive anyway. And if you're watching and you like to jump on the live stream, the link is in the description as well to have your say. Most importantly, anyway, because I've been for the last couple of weeks, as you know, been lost for words in reality. I think coming into this game, Liverpool, we knew it was going to be a difficult game, as we spoke about on the pre-match build-up show last night. Brighton, they've been absolutely flying this season. They've got a lot of quality players. Obviously, yes, they've changed coach, but the coach has got a similar philosophy, and we've seen that today in terms of he's come out in his quotes this week saying he didn't want to change much from a Brighton point of view, really. He stayed with three at the back, and it was a great performance from the beginning of the game from Brighton. Really capitalised on, yet again, sloppy headers from Liverpool from all over the pitch in terms of the forward line, the midfield, and most importantly, the defence as well. The only player to come our way from this game, chat, and we can all agree, is Alisson Becker. I feel sorry for the lad in terms of not just this season, the way we've started, but the back end of last season, the amount of man of the match performances Alisson Becker has put in for the best part of a good year. The dross, the shocking defending. You probably wouldn't even see bad defending like this, and even in Conference League football. Just basic defending, really. And the one thing that got to me in chat, keep on getting your comments in the comment section below. If you've got any questions for the chat as well. But what frustrated you the most today, Reds, anyway? For me, coming off the back of this, it was the fact that we'd done so much to get back into this game. 2-0 down, brought it back, and then obviously we get that massive slice of luck, which sometimes you need in football, on the 63rd minute in terms of the own goal from Adam Webster. I'm like, sounds, yeah, we've got back into this game. We got lucky today in terms of, but we still got a large period of that second half to go. It's almost when we got the third goal, I think, I don't know how you felt at home or watching in the pub or wherever, I was saying it to the lads in the chat as well, a couple of group chats. I was like, we need this fourth goal. We were all saying it. We need this fourth goal. And just before Brighton got their goal anyway, if you can re-jog your memory or if you re-watch the highlights anyway, there was a breakaway from Liverpool in terms of when Jota come on, but it was the Harvey Elliott through ball. If you can remember, chat, before Brighton got their third goal for me, I was fuming at the time because I was like, that is the chance there to put the game to bed, really. There was a breakaway. Harvey Elliott had a good 25, 30 yards from goal. He's got an absolute easy ball through the centre of the pitch to put Jota one-on-one with Sanchez in goal. But he decides, and this is not just Harvey Elliott's fault, I'm just talking about the decision-making from the whole team today. But it just summed up Liverpool's game in terms of decision-making in that critical moment to put the game to bed. He decided to play a ball out wide to Salah on the right-hand side. It was the wrong ball, but it gets intercepted, as you would anticipate, really, as well. But let's get to everyone's comments. Everyone, most importantly, I'm more bothered about what you have to say in terms of the game. As I said, the link is in the description if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. It is in the description. Post that in. You can copy the link or click on the link, and it will bring you through to the streaming software which we are using today. And obviously, hopefully, you can get your say on the game. Most importantly, but yeah, I'd say uncharacteristic because it's not being uncharacteristic really, because Liverpool being sloppy in quite a lot of areas of the pitch, really. But we'll get to Panov's comments as well. All right, Jack, where do we start with this one? There were so many things wrong with today, don't you think? Yeah, mate, we'd be here all night, mate, really. But let us know what really frustrated you about the game tonight, mate. Was it the substitutions? And I'm seeing a couple of people, and it's obviously the social media channel we are on as well, Twitter, and there has been, I think it is trending, Klopp out. And I fully respect everyone's views, whether you agree or disagree with that statements. I'm not Klopp out because for me, Jurgen Klopp's the best manager I've had in my lifetime at Liverpool Football Club. But questions do need to get asked about Jurgen Klopp from a tactical sense. I'm not going to sit here and say, because as I was saying, we went 3-2 up. we should have seen that game out, regardless of how good Brighton are playing at the minute. It's Liverpool Football Club. You're at home. To make the substitutions. Obviously, we did make some substitutions anyway within that game, and they worked. We got our third goal, an own goal. But Jurgen Klopp, yet again, and the players, it was an arrogance. There was a sheer absolute arrogance that filtered through the whole of that game. And we've seen that against Fulham, seen that against Man United, seen that against Everton, seen that the only one good game that we played well is Bournemouth this season. Seen it against Napoli. I wish I had the answers, but I don't. That's why I've done my channel, to get everyone's thoughts and opinions. But frustrating. Big up, John. John, the link is in the description, mate. You're welcome to jump on. Same with you, Andrew, as well. You're absolute legends. But hello, is there anybody? Sorry there, mate. It was a bit slow starting the show. All right, John. But yeah, spot on there, Panov. Can we start panicking yet, Jack? Probably yet, mate. Yeah. I think all of us have seen it. All of us watched that game today, and I was like, scratching my head. I was like, what can we do to change this? Because when you think about it, teams have 100%. They figured us out to players, and the 100% have. The fact that they're constantly, and I know Jurgen Klopp come out this week and he was defending Trent, as he rightly has done in the last 4 or 5 since he's been here. He defends his players. Every manager defends his players, and I wouldn't expect anything less of Jurgen Klopp. And he was spot on in terms of defensive. It's a whole unit, as I said. Starts from your attacking players, your midfield players as well. Them tracking back, and especially when Trent is playing the way he is. Could have easily won that game for us with a mad free kick, but wasn't to be. But I'm not defending Trent, but I'm not going to go on about Trent again, because just rewatch me post-match videos, because it's more or less same old from Trent. And he looks dejected. Really, for me, from a Klopp point of view, I think he needs to take him out of the limelight to protect Trent in terms of not just the physical, in terms of obviously the fatigue setting in for Trent, but from a mental aspect of Trent as well, because he himself, he's like us, he's a massive Liverpool fan. He's blessed to play for Liverpool Football Club. He wants to be the captain at Liverpool Football Club one day, and I'm pretty sure he will do one day in the next couple of years anyway, if he keeps improving in the areas in which he is strong in. But I know Calvin Ramsey has been injured, and that's why obviously Jurgen Klopp has not obviously brought him in. And obviously Gomez as well. He had the shocker against Napoli. But for me, we need to drop Trent to protect him mentally and as well as physically anyway, because he's done out here. Like, you can see mentally his mind is not on the football pitch. And that stems from a managerial point of view as well. Jurgen sees much more of Trent than me and you than we're watching. I know his qualities. We all know his qualities going forward. But his defensive frailties are really, not just Trent, but especially down that right-hand side. Salah defensively as well. Elliott, when he come on, really limited Liverpool in terms of a defensive point of view. And bringing Milner on, I just don't get it. I honestly just don't get it. But I think Andrew is in the background here, fella. Get Andrew's point of view on here, mate. I think I was speaking to Andrew, obviously, when we were watching the game. Hello, fella. How you doing, mate?
Yes, sound.
You go disappointing, mate, wasn't it? As I said, chat, keep on getting your comments in. As I was saying to chat then, mate, me and you were doing, well, we weren't doing a watch along, but I was speaking to you, mate, when we were watching it.
I mean,
there's a lot of...
me and you were in the party before talking about, and Trent, again, diabolical.
He needs to be taken out, mate.
Again.
He needs to be taken out. We all know Trent's playing as bad as he is.
Like, let's be honest. We all love Trent. We all love Trent, don't we? All of us. Like, we have since he's come in the team. But I don't know anymore. It's one of them. Like, what's going on with him at the moment? Because obviously he didn't play much international football, which we don't really care about.
Yeah.
He plays today, gives 2 silly goals away. It's just, I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, I'll ask John about Van Dijk on that third goal, because Christ, mate. like Jurgen, that's when people were saying, "Oh, Jurgen Klopp set all tactics." He does, but Jurgen Klopp can't defend that front post on that third goal, can he, John? And welcome, John. Thank you for jumping in, mate. But
No,
it's a simple clearance by Van Dijk on that third goal.
It is, mate. And first of all, mate, thank you very much for having me on.
Cheers for jumping on, matey.
Appreciate it. No, you're right. The simple clearance, and we've been saying this all season. But Van Dijk, has not been the Van Dijk of old this season. He's cost us quite a lot of goals this season.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what's going on with the guy, but I'm really glad Ibro's back.
Yeah.
Because once he's back up to fully fitness, I'm sorry, I'm dropping Van Dijk.
I'm dropping, and to give you mates in chat, let us know. I'm dropping Van Dijk and I'm dropping Trent.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'd play Gomez at right back, and I'd play Ibra and Matip alongside each other.
Yeah, because it looks like they're battling mentally. A lot of these players.
Yeah.
And well, no, and you know me, John. You know me from and everyone watching. I'm really quite positive, and I have been for the last couple of years as well. I'm not going to sit here and be naive to the fact that there is issues within this Liverpool squad. But it's I spoke to you last night, mate, or I spoke to a couple of lads as well. We've seen within, I don't know if you've seen it, the FIFA, we spoke about it on the pre-match build-up show yesterday. The video that went round on social media of obviously the players reacting to the ratings. And I'm no psychologist, but we all watched that video and they were all down in the dumps, really. Yeah. And that's not how it should be. We're all going to get behind the lads because that's what we do as fans. Every single one of us, we should be getting behind these lads. And obviously we can critique. Everyone can critique these performances, really. But it's disappointing, mate. John, what did you get from this game? I think, right, we'll talk about two positives. Bobby Firmino, mate. Bobby and Alisson were probably the only two positives to come out of this game, really, mate.
100%.
John, Bobby Firmino played quite well, didn't he? And he was drifting on the fringes, really. But I think,
even though he scored the 2 goals and he did play well, I thought he still had another level to go to. It sounds harsh to say, but I still think he could have done that wee bit more.
And it was that third goal
in the first half.
Yeah, he could have got a hat trick, couldn't he?
Yeah, especially the first half, mate. I don't think it was great in the first half up until he got his goal. Once he got his goal, then that's when we seen Bobby. That's when Bobby started to show up. But again, if it wasn't for Ali, mate, we could have lost that game very, very easily. If it wasn't for Ali.
Yeah, me and you have been speaking for the best part of like the last 2 years, mate, haven't we? And a lot of people as well. It's if it wasn't for Alisson, mate, we'd be nowhere near the title challenge last year.
No,
because he was getting man of the match for the best part of like the last 20 games of the season. We're spot on, mate.
We're doing Ali an injustice at the minute. So we are, because at this minute in time, he's too good for this Liverpool team.
Yeah. Well, yeah, spot on that. To get to everyone's comments as well, make sure you do head over to Glasgow Reg Chat. John, are you doing a post-match or have you done one, mate?
I haven't done one yet, mate. I'm going to be doing one later on. To be honest, mate, I don't even know how I'm still awake after doing my show last night. My show went on for about 8.5 hours.
Did it? I was watching, mate, but I think I fell asleep.
8.5 hours I ended up going on for. Mate, I haven't got a clue how I'm still awake.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for joining me, mate. Obviously, Andrew's back in here as well. As the link is in the description there. Big up, Andrew, mate. I'll get through everyone's comments as well. Right, can't we read that one? I don't know where my people being the old. yeah. How many? I've had quite a couple as well today, mate. I think we all need a bevy after that. Bloody yell. Being happening all season to us, there's one player I'm slating today is Trent. Obviously, he spoke about that, Trent. Big up Mike as well. Obviously, he's enjoying his time. He's been waiting for the best part of the last 10 years to try and get this result in for Man United. Obviously, Man United win a couple of games. Big up Mike as well. Enjoy it. Because obviously
enjoy it well, lads, because it's not going to last very long.
Yeah, no one's getting near Manchester United Man City this season anyway. Haaland, he's an absolutely terrorise Man United tomorrow. Enjoy it, fella. I'll message you tomorrow if City win as well. Of course, mate. We paid a favour. Did you not tune in, John? Oh, yeah. I was obviously just pan over there. Big up, mate. Big up, everyone. I really do appreciate all subscribers as well, and everyone supporting John on is obviously just started his channel. But make sure you do head over, support him as well, everyone. Taliola, Klopp has got it wrong. Starwin could have started. Carvalho wasn't good enough, and that's I'll ask John's thought this as well. And it's a great comment by Gary Andrew. 88th minute, he decides to bring Darwin Núñez on. What's Klopp's rationale of thinking, really, do you think, with that? Is it arrogance from Jürgen, or is it just poor
stupid? It's just
poor in-game management, that?
It's just stupid. We were obviously, me and you were talking about this, we should have brought him a lot on early, along with Jota and Harvey and Milner and that. Because I think those two could have went to 4-4-2. Basically, and that could have changed a bit of the game, but it didn't. And I don't know where it's gone wrong for us. I just don't get what's going on with us at the moment. It's one of them. It's just someone nailed it on the head here. Someone put it on Twitter before. Someone put it's like 2021 again. 54,000 fans are watching us play like that. It's like 2021 again all over.
I'd agree with you, mate, but John, spot on there, Andrew, and chat as well. Keep on getting comments in, everyone. Make sure you do drop a like on the video as well. We just help the algorithm. Absolute legends. But John, as Andrew said there, we're getting the players back now, but the performances aren't improving. I'm lost for words. What's happening? And just your thoughts on Darwin as well, mate, coming on that late, as Andrew said. We were chasing that fourth goal and we needed it, because we all knew the writing was on the wall.
Yeah.
Breakaway, Brighton would have got the equaliser, and you did.
Well, first of all, I'll touch on Aussie. We're getting the players back, yes. But it's not making any difference to the team. You can have as many fit players as you want. We're still playing dog shit.
Yeah.
Excuse my language, Jerome. Apologize.
Tactically inept. Tactically inept in certain games.
Yeah. In terms of the Darwin Núñez, I didn't understand that. He brought Simicast off for Millie. Now, what he should have done was he should have brought Darwin Núñez on at that point. Yeah. Why is he bringing James Milner on? I don't understand that. You bring Milner on to see out a game. At that point in time, we weren't seeing out a game. We were chasing the game.
It's almost like he's got a point to prove, hasn't he, mate? With Milner. When I see that, I don't know, do you think it is? It's probably is. Milner's the only fit available midfield at the minute, but he's got Arthur on the bench as well, and we spoke about that last night, mate, didn't we, in terms of how important is recovery from getting to full fitness, mate. But yeah,
this today proved to me that Klopp doesn't rate Arthur. Klopp doesn't want Arthur. Because if he did rate him, he did want him. Arthur's done every single thing he can to prove his fitness.
Yeah.
He gave us holidays up, he stayed behind in the recruiting, he's worked hard. And he still can't even get a game against Brighton. When we needed someone in that midfield today, and he didn't get a look in.
Yeah, spot on, mate. Chat, keep on getting comments in as well. Get your thoughts in, most importantly. That's made up to get John, obviously Andrew, on as well. And as Data said here, spot on there, John, mate, as always. Klopp is too loyal to his players. Players that are past their peak get performance. Klopp did the same at obviously Borussia Dortmund, and the collapse was similar to Liverpool. Klopp needs to wake up and get rid of the dead weight. 100% there, Data, and we'd be here all night, and we probably will do a show throughout the week in terms of me and John, 100% we and John have spoken, obviously Andrew, and a lot of you probably with your mates and that at the pub, or your family members when you're watching the Reds, and we've needed a midfielder, and I'm not going to harp on it because we'll do another show throughout the week, but we've already done so many. Window shut, but we've needed more midfielders. We've needed more help in the midfield, more quality, most importantly. And we all know how Liverpool play. It predominantly relies on the pressing from Liverpool's midfielders to close down the space. That limits the space out wide. But when the press isn't working, and we all know this, when the press isn't working midfield, we are defensively liable in not just the full-back areas, but all over the pitch. Fabinho, I've already spoke on Fabinho for the last couple of weeks. He was atrocious today. What is the point of playing a DM when you go and conceding 4 goals every single game? And the thing is, though, Andrew as well, and it makes we've got no other one to play DM. Yes, we can talk about Henderson, but for me, and Henderson's not even the same ballpark in terms of when Fabinho's playing at his top level. It's the thing, we've got no options. We just got to play for the next best part of the next 10, try and get to January if we can. Closer, but I can't foresee that happening, mate. Andrew, what do you reckon?
Probably I'd agree with you because, we needed a midfielder before the start of the season. We needed a midfielder. It was like, oh no, but we just left it until the last day of the window, which is stupid. And I don't know if there's been something behind the scenes that's gone on. There's been a fallout. I don't know. Obviously, I know there's probably people speaking about this situation. I just don't know what it is. I mean, today, I'm going to be honest. Fabinho did fuck up. He did. He did.
Yeah.
Most
But
Thiago,
every single player in the team fucked up today. I wouldn't just Fabinho.
I know apart from Alisson was the only player that could actually say had a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were all.
None of the goals are his fault. The defense was their fault. The defense was that. The defenders were they're the fault for the goals.
Yeah, and
Alisson tried his best.
Yeah.
He made a few decent saves, just couldn't keep 3 of them out.
Yeah, spot on, mate. 100% spot on. I think we can all agree on that. And as you saw what Panel's on about here, because I did read out your comments and I did see your comment like that anyway, but so I'm not on the screen, but yeah, I did read out your comment, mate. And don't know if you're having technical issues or something.
No,
but yeah.
He's got it back, so he does.
Yeah, there we go, lad. Sorry about that, lad. Just refresh, obviously, everyone's stream's gone off. I know a lot of people I've been watching a couple of YouTube videos as well this week, and there's been issues with YouTube. So, Panel, I am reading out your comment last, so apologies, lad. It's not coming through, mate. I don't know why that is. He's been on the screen, as Rob said. Yeah, I have been on the screen for the whole time. I haven't muted myself.
Obviously, you haven't muted yourself this time.
Yeah, just it'd probably be better the way we're playing as well. hello, I can see him now. Spot on there. Annie saying sack Klopp. Thank you for your comments. Obviously, respecting your comments as well. Everyone's views are entitled.
Yes.
Everton and making Liverpool's Everton's making Liverpool accounts as well. What a week anyway. And they 1-2-1 as well.
Well, Jack,
so obviously, with today's performance today, I think obviously we've got Champions League next week against Rangers. How do you think settle wise? I think we've got to personally. I don't know who to play in the next team for the next game. Honestly, because I want to see Arthur get some minutes, see what he's made of.
Yeah,
but it's just one of them.
Similar point. What John was saying there as well, mate. I think John was agreeing with you in the chat as well. Connor, where are you, lads? Connor, get your ass into the stream, lads. I want to know your thoughts as well. But yeah, I'd agree. Where's that? Making sure I'm not missing anything. It's the thing, and we spoke about this, John, didn't we, in chat on the pre-match build-up? Would it be a detrimental impact, really, the break in which we've seen? John, what are your thoughts on that? We spoke about that last night.
Yeah.
Would this 2-week break have an impact on Liverpool's performance in a positive or a negative way? And for me, it's had that negative impact again.
Well, I don't know how you think, but if you actually look at it, Liverpool never come back from a break in any good form.
Yeah.
It always takes us at least 2-3 weeks to get back in the form. Now, I say back in the form, we weren't in form to start with. So the break has really hurt us, I think. Yes, it helped bring players back and give players a rest. But I always feel Liverpool's at their best when they're playing
3-4
consistently.
3-4 times within the space of 2 weeks, isn't it? Yeah.
In this game against Rangers in the Champions League, I'm really worried about this game.
Yeah. And rightly so, 100%. We need to, mate. Just get to everyone's comments as well. Absolute legends. Thank you if you are tuning around here. If you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you head over to Glasgow Reds chat as well. John will be live later for his post-match reaction. I'll make sure to jump on that as well, mate. And obviously, Andrew, you don't have a channel, mate, but maybe one day, mate, we'll get that sorted. But Panov Carvalho, a decent player, but played in the wrong position. I was saying this, Panov, as well. And I don't know, me and you were speaking about this, Andrew, as well. And Panov's spot on. Why play a player that is predominantly plays in a system of Fulham 12 months prior in a 4-2-3-1, plays in that central cam position, but yet again, we're doing what we've done with Felipe Coutinho again, playing Coutinho out wide left. Now we're doing it with Carvalho. I know Liverpool's system is predominantly a 4-3-3 system, but as we've already spoke about today on the post-match, mate, what is the point? Carvalho's qualities as a player are massively wasted down that left-hand side, and especially just change system, do something, as we spoke about, Andrew. Would you go in, not just to save our season, really, in the next couple of weeks, which we'll need it, would you go down the road of changing formation? I know some people might class that as quite a drastic thing to do, but at the minute, the formation, the players, it's not working. And we're best part of 8-9 games into the season, and we're getting the same results.
It's got to change the 4-2-3-1 personally for me. I think Carvalho's a number 10 suits the system more better. But again, Klopp won't do it. He'll always go for 4-3-3, which at the minute it's letting us down.
Yeah, and it provides spot on. It provides the fullbacks more protection as well, and it adds that bit more creativity as well. And we've seen Bobby today. Obviously, Diaz when he come on really impacted the game. And don't get me started, John. Let us know your thoughts on that, mate. The substitute, the lineup. I haven't really touched on it. The lineup, mate. What do you think Klopp's rationale with the lineup, mate? I get some of the players come back late, but we all watched that London derby today. A couple of those players have probably come back at a similar time to our players, and they run through a brick wall for Mikel Arteta.
I'm baffled by the lineup. I really am. I don't understand why you would drop, especially Luis Diaz. I don't understand why you didn't start with him.
Yeah.
Luis Diaz has been one of our best players this season, and you've dropped him to the bench. What's the reason behind that? Because I'm sorry, Luis Diaz only played the one game, I think. I don't think he played both games. And I know these players are coming back from all these different countries, but it's not as if they're flying coach. They're getting private jets back. They're traveling comfortably.
Yeah.
So don't come to me and say it's because they're jacked or they're tired or whatever. I'm sorry, they're traveling a life of luxury.
Yeah.
Now, if me and you were to travel back on coach, me and you could probably still play a game of football the very next day or the same day.
Doubt that. You've seen the size of my belly. I'd be like Jan Mulvey. I'd be moving like Jan Mulvey in the 70s.
Yeah, no, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can still perform.
Yeah.
These are professional footballers. They're athletes. So a bit of flan is not going to hurt them.
Yeah. Spot on, mate. Spot on there, John. Just go out through a lot more of these comments coming in.
I'm going to shoot off, lads, anyway, so thanks for having me on, Jack.
Yeah, you're very welcome, mate. Thank you very much for jumping on, matey.
Take care.
See you later.
Have a good rest of your weekend, mate. Yeah, and then there were 2. And the link is in there, chat. As I said, if you are in the green, if you're in the background, we'll add you, but you need your camera on anyway, if you possibly can, just so I know who it is and put a face to, obviously using the green screen and everything. I know John anyway, so so I know who he is. But as Spanov said there, I really thought we we got Carvalho as number 10 and Darwin as number 9, and we're going to play 4-2-3 or something, 100%. And we spoke about that already, mate, but you're spot on. Proof Klopp is. Yeah, we probably the inhalers have officially expired. Oh, bloody hell, Rob. I think they have, mate. We need to bench Salah. Chaz, nice one for me. I think you're new round here, so really do appreciate you dropping in, mate. As I said, make sure you head over to John's channel as well. Glasgow Reg chat. He will be live tonight. And he's got a lot of great content coming up this week as well. So, but yeah, not just for the sake of Chaz, as you said, with Salah there. Me and John alluded to, and Andrew as well in chat a bit earlier on in the episode. We spoke about Van Dijk, Trent, and would you put Salah, as Chaz has said, in that category, John?
Yeah.
But it's the thing, though. Who have you got to bring in?
That's the thing. We're all saying drop these players, but there's no one to bring in for these players, so we can't really make them changes.
Yeah.
And Salah knows for a fact that Liverpool can't drop him because there's no one there to play in his position.
Yeah.
So we desperately need to make a signing to give Salah a bit of competition.
Yeah. Well,
if you bring someone, it's like if you know no one's there to give you that competition, you're not going to try your best. Your level.
That's what happens with Trent
down.
as well, though, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
That's what happened with Trent.
Trent knows there's no one there to really come in and challenge him. So he does. So I'm hoping this guy Ramsey starts kicking on. But if he kicks on, then I'm sorry, I'd play him over Trent at the minute.
Yeah, and Shane's got a great comment here. We'll get to Shane's comment, but he's spot on there, John. As Rob saying, we'll be fine after the World Cup, lads. I think we won't have any squad after the World Cup at this rate, the way our injury record has been. We'll be playing
I don't know if I can make it to the World Cup. Well, this Liverpool team is slowly but surely killing me off.
Yeah, no, but we'll all be crossing our toes and fingers and everything, touching wood. It's like, please don't get injured. But Shane, obviously, a great tangent there, John, as well. Spot on, similar to what John said there. We need to wake up and smell the coffee with Trent. He's not a right back, and the whole team is. We're past. I think that's past as new. We're gonna finish mid-table. I think that is Shane. But I'd agree with you, mate. I spoke to John, and I've done a couple of episodes last couple of weeks as well. Before the international break, I said I can't defend against any rival fans now with Trent defending. Yes, going forward, he's one of the best in his position.
Yeah.
But, and as we spoke about at the top of the show, Klopp, rightly so, come out, defended his player, defended Trent, and saying it was a midfield issue and an attacking, which he understands. But, and we've already gone through this, like I spoke about it quite heavily as well. He needs dropping. I mean, John would fully agree with that, but he's spot on there, Shane. He needs to be dropped, but who's going to come in for him? Nunes must be kicking himself. Can't start a game once he's starting to think Klopp doesn't rate him as well. Spot on there, Gary. At this rate, we're down the bottom of the league by the time the World Cup is over. Yet another slow start. Can't give teams a 2-0. John, great comment there by John in terms of what do you think is the thinking behind this? Like, what is the issue? We spoke about obviously the intensity. Really, is everything good there, John? You right? Or...
Yes, I've put my phone on silent.
No worries, lad. If you need to shoot, lads, it's all good. It's all good.
No problem. I'm all good.
But what do you think that rationale is? I'm not blaming on fatigue really in relation to that.
No.
Is it mentality? Is it a sheer bit of arrogance creeping into Liverpool's game, would you say, in terms of the way we're rocking up to Anfield and rocking up to away games like Napoli, and we've spoke about we're playing bad, but for me, when I watch off the back of this game, it's arrogance again, and we've seen that.
Yes. if what I think the worst thing, it's the worst thing and the best thing that happened to us last season. Last season we were challenging for all 4 trophies. We were going for a quadruple. That is probably the worst thing that could ever have happened to us. Because we went into this season thinking, well, we challenged for all 4 trophies last season.
Yeah.
So that there is a bit of arrogance there. Liverpool's rolling into these games thinking, well, we're Liverpool. We challenge for all 4 trophies. We're going to win this easy. No, you're not. That was last season. Last season is done with.
Yeah.
You need to start thinking about this season and getting your act together. But it's more... The big worry of me stands with Jurgen Klopp. I genuinely think Jurgen Klopp is starting to doubt himself. So he is, and if he starts to doubt himself, then the whole team's going to doubt themselves.
Yeah.
So,
Mods, can you do your thing, please? As well. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you're spot on there, mate. 1 sec there. Let's give it all these. Is that been sorted? There we go. Thank you very much for that, everyone. Yeah. But yeah, you spot on there, John. Apologies about that. I was bloody distracted.
No,
but yeah, I fully agree with that, mate. Connor, get in the chat as well. Was 1,000 would have been 10 points. Wouldn't have been. We wouldn't have 10 points this season.
That is pure fact. Yeah. That is pure fact. If it wasn't for Ali, I wouldn't like to think where we'd be this season.
Yeah.
Listen, if you actually look at it, we'd be right near the bottom of the league.
That's quite concerning, that, as well, isn't it, mate? And you've got quite a lot of the team. I'll quickly bring up the table here, mate, in terms of statistics, in terms of the game. Can I add that here? Yeah, there we go, John. We'll have a look at the stats anyway before we do shoot off. So it was clinical by Brighton, would you say, to an extent? And I know we haven't spoke about Brighton, but this is a Liverpool post-match. And I think me and John and Andrew would agree. I think all of us would, really, in terms of the performance, really, from Brighton. Spot on.
The one thing I will say on Brighton, I give Brighton their full respect. Brighton didn't deserve to draw that game. Brighton deserved to win that game.
Yeah.
Brighton were very, very unlucky. They were a better team throughout the full game. There was maybe a spell in the second half where Liverpool were maybe on top a wee bit. We looked as if we could nick the goal and sneak the win. But Brighton stuck in there and Brighton did their job. Full respect to Brighton.
Yeah, spot on, mate. Trossard, I think all of us have joked, haven't we? Trossard will be at Liverpool next season, won't he? He's banged. It's always the case, John, isn't it? And Shaz.
It always gives me. You score against Liverpool, you're saying for Liverpool next season.
Yeah, 100%, mate. And I think he's a free transfer next summer as well. Right or
wrong, if he's a free transfer, then he's definitely joining Liverpool.
Oh, yeah. Klopp will be all over that. I think he's about 25, 26 as well. So perfect age, isn't he? And he's quite a quality little player anyway. But we'll have a little look at obviously the Firmino goals. Bobby, great today. The 2 positives we spoke about, the only probably 2 positives, obviously Bobby and Alisson, really. We spoke about Trent, spoke about Van Dijk. We've already called him out in the 3rd goal as well. Not really any positive. We spoke about Salah, Diaz when he come on. Yeah, midfield, Fabinho, I've called out him. He's not really been the
Harvey,
best.
What did you make of Harvey Elliott when he came on?
Lost. Would you say, John, in chat? But big up Jose as well. I haven't seen him in a while, mate. Hopefully everything is all good with you, mate. Absolute legend. Thank you for tuning in, mate. But I'm very low on confidence, Jack. We desperately need to win against the Rangers. I think me and John will be. I try and get John for the live stream. If he's not doing one on his channel, I'll jump on his because he done one with me. So I'll jump on his, but we'll sort that. But yeah, I think we all are. Me and John, all of us. I think most importantly, Jose, the players as well. I think. Yeah. Would you say, John, as Jose said there? They're not playing with confidence, and that's
you can actually see it in them. They're really down on themselves at the minute, and in a way, I'm glad to see that because to me that shows me they do care about the club. They do care about this team, but at the same point, they need to pick themselves up. They can't be sitting there moping around for 4 or 5 days solid. You need to forget about this, dust yourself off, and move on.
And history
this team's done well. Us fans, we can mope about for the next day or two.
Yeah.
The players need to start dusting themselves off and move on to the next game.
Yeah, no, you're spot on there, mate. And as you said, it's the thing, though. History has shown, not in terms of the title wins, but in terms of Liverpool coming back with this team, this squad is good enough. But, like, as you said, John, before, we were very close to winning the quad last year. 190 minutes away from winning everything, or like the 4 trophies. So it's about getting, as John said, chat as well, getting to that level. And hopefully things do change, Jose, but absolute legend, mate. Really appreciate you jumping in, mate. Hat-trick at Anfield is elite. It is, Rob. It is. As Rob's saying there, mods, please do your job as well. Obviously, Gary agreeing, Klopp must take all the blame for today's results. I'd agree and disagree with that, Gary, but I understand where you're coming from, as I said, and I think John alluded to it before as well. Jurgen Klopp can't defend that from post with Van Dijk's with the third goal, unless I know Jurgen Klopp was a centre half by trade. He can't sub himself on in that 6-yard box to tell Van Dijk to just get a foot on, get a toe, get a head, get a knee, get anything in the backside on that ball.
Jurgen Klopp can only put the players on the pitch and give the players their tactics before the game. But in game, it's up to the players to manage the game.
Yeah.
And they didn't do it, did they? Van Dijk did not manage that game at all.
Yeah, spot on, mate. And we spoke about this before. Spot on there, LJ. Thank you for jumping in, mate. Appreciate your comments as always, every single one of you. No pace in midfield. Keep playing every game with such intensity and welcome more injuries. Genius, Jurgen Klopp. I agree with you there, LJ. As we spoke about before, I know a couple of you did jump in, but we spoke about that intensity in midfield. We all know how Liverpool play. We need to stop that. We need to press in the midfield, and that stops the space out wide and the opposition as well. But yeah, this is like the 17-18 season, LJ. Finish top 4, try reaching the UEFA Champions League. We might concede 100 goals this season at this rate. I'd agree with you, mate. I know I'm laughing, but it's
at this rate that's not too far fetched.
Is it 9 goals in 7, John, or chat? If you can do the calculations, something stupid. Like, and if you think about it, John, if it wasn't for the drumming of Bournemouth, our goal difference would be absolute shambolic. Hang on, let's have a quick look. I'll try and get that up, mate. But
surely we must be in the minus if it wasn't for the Bournemouth game.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So we got 9 goals. Obviously, goal difference. Christ, look at us. We'll see 9th. Not good enough. 7 games played. Yes, we got a game in hand, but that's the most annoying thing, John. In chat, we've been here before for the best part of the last 3-4 years. Oh, we've got games in hand and we'll win them. And if we did, same old, really, mate. But let's have a quick look at that. Chat, do the maths anyway. So, yeah, so we scored 18 and conceded 9. But it would literally be 9 goals scored and 9 goals conceded. So, yeah. When you look at that, John, in chat, we're not scoring enough.
For that. That's the funny thing about it. I say funny thing because
all we can do is laugh.
If you don't laugh, you're going in a crying, so you have to laugh at it. From Liverpool, we're a team that's known for scoring goals. So we are. Every season, we score our goals. We're known for it.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, this season, we can't find the back of that. We're probably one of the worst teams in the league for scoring goals.
And then there's that argument, John, like a lot of people did quite rightly have. When you lose a player, I know he's gone, and everyone goes, oh, you mentioned it. But for me, Mane was my favourite player at the football club. I know Salah got quite rightly got all the plaudits.
Yes.
But in the games like today, Mane or Origi, got rid of Origi as well. Taki, back end of last season as well.
The Mane one, yes, Mane was outstanding player, and we all miss him, and he would really help us at the minute. But what really baffles me is the Origi one.
Yeah, he gave you that sort of option as well, chat, didn't he, John? Off the bench.
If you had Origi on the bench today, I would pretty much guarantee if you put him on, he would come on and won that game for you.
Is Darwin Núñez a glorified Divock Origi at this rate? The fact that he's coming on late on in the game to try and do something?
At this rate, at the minute, yes.
You've just replaced Origi with £90 million worth of Uruguayan striker. Because that says he's spot on there, John, and chat. For me, that screams to me today. If Darwin Núñez does not start, and for me, I'd start Firmino and Núñez in the same team. Because for me, I know a lot of people will criticise Firmino's overall game. We spoke about that, John, didn't we, and Andrew, in terms of overall game in that first 45. But for me, I'd play Firmino behind or alongside. I think we see that, John, as well, didn't we? When we went with two up fronts. I think Firmino and Núñez. We went with two up front against Everton when we needed a goal. But for me, as he's spot on, and we've always spoke of it with our mates or whatnot, and then, but we've left ourselves short. And we spoke about this, John, didn't we, at the beginning of the season? And we spoke about it, chat, as well. We left ourselves short in attacking options. Like, we got rid of whatever anyone thinks about Minamino. Obviously, he wasn't going to get the guaranteed necessary game time, but it's an option to come off the bench. Origi, his contract ran out, but he always got you that important goal throughout the season. The massive goal last season against Wolves when we looked absolutely not in it. Away at Wolves, win 1-0. And obviously the seasons prior as well. We all know the games. But Mane, a player of that quality, John, you're of course going to miss. There's going to be a massive gap. As good as Luis Diaz has played this season, he's not a Sadio Mane.
No, he's not. This season, if we still had money, you could have went Mane on the right, Salah down the middle, and Luis Diaz on the left. Now, you can't tell me that's not an outstanding lineup. Mane on the right, Salah in the middle, Diaz on the left. That is probably one of the best lineups you'll ever get for a front three. So I don't understand why we sold him. But if they go back to the Núñez one.
Yeah. For me, we need to start and make and just even go with a 4-4-2. I know a lot of people we spoke about today in today's episode. Go to a 4-2-3-1.
I would go 4-4-2.
Keep it back to basics. I know it's not our style, but we've got the players to play that formation.
Yes.
It's not like we're Stoke City from 5 years ago where we have to play a certain way because of the limitations within our playing squad.
I'm not sure if you've seen the reports. You probably did see the reports a couple of weeks ago. It came out that Jurgen Klopp wasn't convinced about Darwin Núñez, so he wouldn't. Now, if he doesn't start playing Darwin Núñez week by week, I'm starting to believe them reports that maybe he's not convinced by Darwin Núñez. Maybe he thought he was banned something different, and when he's actually got him, he's realised, did I make a mistake? Because we haven't really seen much of him this season. I'm not going to judge him. It's too early to judge him just yet.
Yeah.
But he needs to start starting games. If he don't start games, he's not going to be able to do anything.
Yeah, and spot on there, mates in chat. He didn't help himself, did he, Darwin, against Palace? And I think that's probably slightly in the back of Klopp's mind, would you say? I don't know.
Probably, yes. That's it.
especially when we're playing rubbish and he's got to put him on the pitch. And if we go down to 10 men again,
even today when he came on, he missed an opportunity late on in the game, and he was yelling at the referee, and I'm going, right, Dorman, just calm down before you do something stupid. He's too hot-headed.
Yeah.
He needs to calm himself down a wee bit.
You're spot on. But, I think we spoke about the positives. I've rattled through all these comments, and I'll ask Johns if he could pick. Well, it probably will be a man of the match for Brighton, but it just really the chat get you. Who were you most impressed with today? If you want to pick them quite early, if you want to pick obviously, I think I know a lot. It will be obviously probably Allison, but get your man of the match in. You can be a Brighton player if you want as well. I think a lot of what a player Trossard is. Be interesting to see his development as we spoke about. But quickly right through all these comments as well. I really do appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. Obviously, most importantly, John jumping in today. Obviously, Andrew as well, and everyone for the continued support on the post-match reaction as well, everyone. We're hoping the performances will get back to what we want. But at the minute, just got to deal with what we've got. We'll quickly rattle through all these as well, mate. Klopp is kind of saying the next 2 Premier League games against Arsenal and City are going to be a long October, and we still got to play Chelsea as well, haven't we, Con? Don't forget about that game as well.
If we lose against Arsenal and we lose against City,
where literally will we then be? Yeah, let's have a quick look. If we get the table up again, like Christ, we could be literally. If we don't get the results, about 13th, 14th in the league.
Jack, at Christmas time, we could be sitting. If you go down just slightly a wee bit again. Yeah, Christmas time, we could be sitting 15th.
Spot on. As teams below us, I don't know, Aston Villa go. If Gerrard wins this game in hand, he'll be on the same amount.
Everton could be above us by Christmas.
Oh yeah, give it a week, lads. I know we all joke about Everton, but like we've all been joking about Everton this season. But Christ, what does that say about our season? When that's why I don't go too much in on Everton, because the way we've played the season, even like 2 weeks into the season, fair play to Frank because he's obviously centre half, but spot on there, John. To me, it seems that they have to do it turned up without putting the hard graft in. Didn't get Klopp starting lineup. Yeah, we spoke about that, John, but spot on. They don't even want to do a man of match. Yeah, spot on. Problem comes down to not investing in the team when we're onto. I've been saying that 2 to 3 years ago. Top as well. I haven't watched it all season, Panov, with only one. I haven't watched it all season, Panov, with only 1-2 games. Low. But yeah, it is bad. Taggy's brother did well for Brighton. We played quite well, Brighton, in terms of the performances, but I think we will see a better performance. I think John, would you say, just to cap off really their performance? Do you see them getting European football if they carry on playing like the way they have, chat as well?
If Brighton carry on playing like this, then Brighton's getting top 4.
Yeah.
That sounds mad to say it, but at the end of the day, if they keep playing this well and keep beating teams, why couldn't they not? This football is a weird game. Nothing's happening in football.
Yeah. No, obviously, the rival fans are in. You get past there. There you go. Yeah, at this moment in time, Chris, but nice one for the views as well. Thank you for jumping in.
Big up, Chris. Respect, but Liverpool aren't finished yet. We're not finished just yet.
Just let them have to enjoy wins, innit? And what is it, this one? I'm not crying, lad. I'm just far from crying because I've seen the dark times, especially under Roy and everything. But
exactly. We lived through Roy Hudson.
Yeah, so it's all good, mate. We'll be back to winning ways. Might be a couple of months before we get to there, but thank you very much, everyone, for the views, the rival fans as well. Enjoy your weekend. I'm pretty sure they've enjoyed that result. We do, me, John, all of us Liverpool fans. We enjoyed the drop points for our rival fans as well. So yeah, enjoy your weekend, boys and ladies as well. Any of them absolutely spot on there. No more the chat tonight. It's Klopp's fault. We need new players, and he stayed loyal. Only himself to blame. 100% agree with that. Scouser, thank you very much for tuning in, mate. I feel the system has run its course and has had the performance storm play for a few years, and I'd rather switch than wait for the next perfect storm as well. Agree with it.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Won't catch me. Yeah, we've got obviously 6 Champions Leagues, 19 league titles, and the bigger trophy cabinet than quite a lot of the majority of the teams in the Premier League as well. So,
well, I think
football didn't start in 1993.
So. Unless I'm wrong, I think Liverpool are the most successful English club there's ever been.
Yeah.
So I'm not crying yet.
Yeah, no, it's been good. But yeah. We'll go 4-4-2 as well, John. We need to start letting and it's a Klopp and yeah. He will do something. Well, I'm hoping he does anyway. Just give Bobby Bobby as well. Bobby man of the match for John as well. I love when Jack starts laughing to himself to stop himself. Yeah. Especially if I have to say no performance like that, Christ. Yeah, Bobby deserves the score. No one else. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Chris is gone. Rather fine. Chris, who do you support, fella?
That's gotta be a Chelsea fan.
No, I don't know. I think it's a Man United.
Slippy G. That's gotta be a Chelsea fan.
Chelsea. Yeah. Potter's tricky blues by the looks of it. Klopp can't be worried about his job. We'll probably do another show on that, Gary, anyway. But we'll do that. Oh no, I was far from joking about that anyway. Big up Jack, John, and chat. Yes, Jack, I know. Nice one, John. See you for another 8-hour stream. But John,
no chance. You're not getting no 8-hour stream out of me. That ain't gonna happen ever again.
Yeah, go ahead, John. Go on, put your big screen. Obviously, shout out your channel and everything, mate, if you can. I appreciate you jumping on, mate. Absolutely.
No, man, thank you very much as always for having me on. I really do appreciate it. Fuck, big screen. Didn't expect that one.
There we go.
No, thank you very much for having me on as always. Everyone, please do like and subscribe to Jack's channel. He's an outstanding guy, a really good friend to myself personally. The work he's done with me to help me out has been ridiculous. So big thank you to Jack. But yeah, you can find me over on Glasgow Red Chats. I should be live later on tonight with post-match reaction to this game. I don't want to do it, but unfortunately it needs to be done. So yeah, I will be live later on, good people. Big thank you. If you could please, everyone hit that like button, please.
Yeah, absolute legend, mate. Thank you very much for coming on, mate. As I said, it's just the madness of doing YouTube. Obviously, got quite a lot of close mates as well. Who'd have thought all those years ago. And shout out to John, shout out to Andrew, most importantly, shout out to every single one of you, even the rival fans as well. Nice one for the views. Absolute bloody legends. But
if rival fans want to come in and slag us off, we're still getting the views.
Yeah,
thank
nice
you,
one.
rival fans.
Up the rival fans as well. Nice one.
Yeah,
enjoy your weekend.
Yes,
it doesn't bother me at all. 1 iota, really. But John, most importantly, chat as well. Everyone, there's been quite a lot of yous as well today. Absolute legends. If you haven't done so, as John said, please do drop a like on the video as well. We'll be back again tomorrow for another stream. Obviously, probably recap on all the Premier League games. Obviously, results, the winners and riders. Obviously, a big game tomorrow in the Manchester derby. Will Haaland turn up against Manchester United? But as Darren said there, mate, another tough watch that was 100%, mate. As I said,
100%, mate. 100%.
I will get it on the channel soon, Darren. But as I said, that sums up the stream really and the game. It was difficult to watch, but we go again, Reds. Support our lads through thick and thin, through the good times, through the bad times as well. Liverpool will be back. When that will be, we'll be back to winning trophies as well. That's what we do best anyway. But Reds, you never walk alone. And we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, everyone. Absolutely nice one, John. And obviously, Andrew.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.